Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. To continue, the first topic I said we are going to look into today is the ahkamul kalima, the ruling of al-kalima. What is al-kalima? Al-kalima refers to an Arabic word, ma yadullu ala ma'na al-wahid. What actually shows meaning of what? Of a single word. A single word that shows meaning by itself, and it doesn't have anything to do with tenses, doesn't have anything to do with either in the past, in the present, or in the future. So this is kalima. So we are going to learn about al-kalima as introduction before we go into what is even kalam, and we'll be reading from our book Matnu al-Ajurumiyya, because Al-Imam Ibn Ajurum started his book by defining what is al-kalam. So before then, we want to know what is even al-kalima. So al-kalima, just the way I said earlier, it refers to a single word in Arabic. And a single word in Arabic is gotten from somewhere. It's gotten from the uruf al-ijahiyya. The uruf al-ijahiyya is the Arabic alphabet, where we have the alif, the ba, the ta, to ya. So whenever we combine two or three of these huruf together, we have a kalima. And combining these uruf together is of two categories. We have the one that is kalima al-musta'mil, and we have the kalima that is muhmal. The kalima to musta'mil, it is a kalima in Arabic that it is actually in usage in terms of meaning. The Arab actually derive meaning with. For example, I have alif, I have ba, I have ta. If I add them together, it's what? Doesn't make any sense. But whenever I had mim, ha, mim, and dal together, I have Muhammad. So Muhammad is a kalima, it has a meaning in Arabic. So this type of a kalima is called al-kalimatu al-musta'mil. And the type of kalima that doesn't have any meaning. For example, we have Zaydun. If we are to say it backward, we're going to have what? Dayzun. Dayzun is also what? It's also a kalima, but this type of kalima is what is called al-kalimatu ghayr musta'mil. It is a kalima that it is of no use. It is a kalima that is of no use. The Arab doesn't make any meaning with it. So basically, we are going to be discussing about the kalima that is musta'mil, the one that is of good usage. So it's divided into three. And here I want us to understand something very important. In the general book of Nahwu, it is actually stated to us that aqsam al-kalam is al-ismu wal-fi'l wal-harf. What the nuhat, the scholars of Arabic, actually meant by aqsam al-kalam is anwa' al-kalima. It means what? Anwa' al-kalimati. It means what? The classes of what? Of a kalima. A kalima means what? A word. And a word is of three categories in Arabic. One of it is what? Al-ismu. Number two of it is what? Al-fi'lu. While number three of it is al-harf. What is al-ismu? Al-ismu in English, it simply means a noun. Al-fi'lu means what? Al-fi'l simply means a verb, while harfun can actually be translated in English as preposition. So if you had any student of knowledge saying aqsam al-kalam, he is actually referring back to anwa' al-kalima. So we are going to look at this inshallah. So before then, whenever we have two or three kalima being joined together, then we have al-kalam. Then we have what? We have al-kalam. We have what? Al-kalam. Al-kalam has a definition. We are going to look at the definition inshallah. Al-kalam can be defined as a complete statement, a complete sentence. It's called al-kalam. So we're discussing about the aqsam of al-kalam. Aqsam al-kalam are two in numbers. One of it is we have al-jumlatu al-ismiyya and we have al-jumlatu al-fi'liyya. Al-jumlatu al-ismiyya simply means a type of a jumal that is a complete statement that contain both ism, and the one of al-fi'liya is one that begins with a verb. So we'll be looking at this in our courses, inshallah. So this actually means that Arabic, which is the grammar itself, contain about 3 to 4 classes. And these classes is what Nahwu is also about. One of it is what? Is the Ahkamul Kalima. And under Ahkamul Kalima, we mentioned that we have the what? The Anwa'ul Kalima, where we have the Ismu, the Fi'l, and the Harf. And we have the Aqsamul Ismi, where we have the Nakira and the Ma'rifah. And we have the Aqsamul Kalima, where we have the Mu'rab and we have the Bina, which is Al-Mu'rab, and the one that is what? That is Mabni. Coming to the second category, we have Ahkamul Kalam. And I say under this, we have just 2 things. We have the Jumlatu Al-Ismiyya, we have the Jumlatu Al-Fi'liyya. The 3 categories of things we are going to be learning throughout this course is the Nawasikh. And under it, we have the Kana wa Akhwatuha, Inna wa Akhwatuha, and Zonantu wa Akhwatuha. Then the last class, which is the last category of what we are going to be learning, is the Mukammilat. The Mukammilat Al-Fudala. And under it, I mentioned earlier that we have the Mafa'il Al-Khamsa, we have the Ahal, we have Tamyiz, we have Al-Munada, and others. All of these, they fall under this. And this is just what Arabic is all about. So ask Allah to grant us conformity. So we are moving straight to the book of Al-Imam Abu Abdullah Muhammad ibn Dawood as-Sinhaji, rahimahullah ta'ala. The name of the book is titled as Matnu al-Ajurumiyya. So we are going to start from the first class, which is the first topic. It said Ta'rif al-Kalam. The definition of al-Kalam. So what is Kalam? Al-Kalam refers to huwa al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. The Imam mentioned, he said, Al-Kalam actually means huwa al-lafz. It is al-lafz. Al-lafz actually refers back to a sound, a voice, anything that you can voice out of your mouth, and it contains the Arabic alphabet is called al-lafz. And under this, we are going to have what I mentioned earlier. We are going to have a kalima. After combining 2 huruf together, we are going to have a kalima. The kalima can be the kalima of musta'mil, and it can be the one of al-muhmal. So normally we are working with the one that it is called al-musta'mil alone, because it has meaning and we derive meaning with it. So this is what we are going to be using. So al-kalam refers to huwa al-lafzu. Bimana, it has to be a sound, something you can voice out of your mouth using the Arabic alphabet. So those Arabic alphabet, if you join them together, you're going to have a kalima. Then the Imam said al-murakkabu. It's something that it is formed together. Al-murakkabu means it is formed together. That is, you form it together in the sense that you have a lafz, a kalima itself, and that kalima you have among the kalima al-musta'amil, you are going to use those kalima, you form them together. For example, we have Muhammad, it is kalima musta'amil. We have Ahmad, it is kalima musta'amil. We have Hadha, kalima musta'amil. Because all of these were formed from the Arabic alphabet. So for that, we said Hadha Muhammad. This is murakkab. We have Hadha, we have Muhammad, and we bring them together is what? Hadha Muhammadu. This is what? Al-murakkab. It has to be what? Al-murakkab. We form it from either 2 kalima or an above. Al-mufid. And it should be beneficial. It should have a complete meaning. For example, I said, In kana Muhammad. In kana Muhammad. This is what? This is, in is what? Is a kalima itself. Kana is a kalima. Muhammad is also a kalima. Because all of these have a specific meaning, and all of them were formed from the Arabic alphabet. So, but does it have any complete meaning? No. For that, we don't call this to be al-kalam. Al-kalam is al-mufid. It should have a complete meaning. Whenever you listen or whenever you heard it, you have what? You will have an information. You get an information from that statement. So any statement that is mufid, that is, it passes vital information to you, is called al-kalam. Then the Imam mentioned lastly, say biwad'i, bimana it has to be according to the usage of the Arab. It has to be according to the usage of the Arab, the kalimat of the Arabiya, how the Arab use it. So you should use it in that way. So what we understand from here is al-kalam refers to al-lafzu al-murakkabu al-mufidu bil-wad'i. It means a complete statement in Arabic, which is a clause. It refers to al-lafzu, something you can voice out from your mouth using Arabic alphabet. Al-murakkabu, after you form it with Arabic alphabet, you have a kalima. Then those kalima, you form them together, that's you bring them together. You what? You arrange them together. Either 2 or 3 and above. This is al-murakkab. Al-mufid, and it will pass a vital information to the listener. That is, the listener should derive a meaningful meaning from it. Bil-wad'i, and it has to be according to the usage of the Arab. So then the Imam went further and he said, Aqsamul Kalam. Aqsamul Kalam here, just the way I said earlier, the Aqsamul Kalam here refers to the Anwa'ul Kalima. It means what the classes and the classification of Al-Kalima. So the Nu'at, they used to say Aqsamul Kalam, but what they meant by Aqsamul Kalam is the Anwa'ul Kalima.